known Viv since the late 70s, let's say that, early 80s, and without a second thought, I can tell you he is one of the finest guitarists and writers on the planet. Rock and roll may have given Viv some incredible life experiences, privileges, of course, of being a rock and roll star and all that, and indeed loads of belongings. But I've always felt, when it all boils down, none of that really matters at all. The highs in life are what really matters. The highs in life for him are family, making music, collaborating with great people, and yes, for him, proudly being a bloke from Northern Ireland who can, to quote him from years ago, beat the shit out of a Les Paul guitar. For all its success, Viz in my eyes is a humble, likeable, friendly, and annoyingly talented guitarist. Viv has been one of the most successful musicians ever to come out of Northern Ireland. There are many names that get bandied about this place, and we all know that for many years, and some people don't get the recognition they deserve. This man has sold millions of records worldwide, played with Savage, Dio, Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy, Shadow King, River Dogs, Def Leppard, and also the rock royalty that we know of as Last in Line. And just so you know it, Belfast, Last in Line have come in tonight. They've all flown from America. They've taken no fee. They have come here to support Belfast and to support their mate, Vivian Campbell. At this point, I'm going to ask my friend Stuart Fleming. Stuart, will you just bring up give Stuart a round of applause. He comes every year from PRS to the Oh Yeah and helps support this whole thing. Stuart, brilliant to see you as ever. Is that heavy?
It's lovely. Nice.
You wish it was yours, but it's going to somebody very deserving in 2 seconds. The Northern Ireland Music Legend Award has previously been awarded to the Undertones, Terry Hooley, Ash, Therapy, the Stiff Little Fingers, Divine Comedy, and crucially for us tonight that love rock music, to two very fine guitarists, Henry McCullough and Gary Moore. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm now over, before time, we collectively will make a huge amount of noise to say thank you, Viv, for the music. Thank you for shining a light on this wee place, and thank you for your work, which has inspired many young players and bands. Ladies and gentlemen, a Belfast welcome for Vivian Campbell!
Thank you for this. It really means a lot to me. It's really heavy, by the way, so if I fucking fall over here, it's gone. I don't normally put a lot of stock in getting an award, but then again, I don't normally get them, so. But this one, I'm very humbled by, because it's from you, the men and women. This one really does mean something. Thank you very much. You know, the last couple of days I've been telling anyone who bothers to listen to me whinge that there's a certain amount of anxiety associated with this time of the night, because the reason being, I have been very fortunate to have a very long career. I've played in a lot of great bands and with many great talented musicians. If I were to start naming them all, you'd be here all night. I don't want to bore the tits off you, so I'm going to reel it in. I am going to have to name some names, however. Last quarter century, I've been with a wee band called Def Leppard. The future is looking good for Leppard. We're seeing more and more youthful faces in our audience, and it's very encouraging for us. It's great energy. So I'd like to thank Joe and Sav and Rick and Phil for inviting me in 25 years ago, and I'm going to put this down for a minute because it's really fun. Yeah, so that's great. When I'm not working with Def Leppard, I'm working with Last in Line, who I'm going to play with here tonight. So, exceptionally talented players. I'd like to extend a really big thanks to them because they came halfway across the world to play here tonight to support me. For nothing more than a Curry and a Jameson. So they'll know better next time. Anyway, so that said, last night I'd like to thank Strange World Management, Steve Strange, Phil McAllister, Val Anderson, and Martin Tibbetts. I'd like to thank our crew, Jazz and John. Thank you for your help tonight. I'd like to thank the wonderful people from Oh Yeah for putting this together, for their hard work, Charlotte, Jeff, and everyone associated with it. I'd like to thank my friends, you know who you are. I don't have many friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, but no, I do actually. I do have a lot of friends, and they mean a lot to me, and they always have, and they always will. I'd like to thank my family, my wife Caitlin, my daughters Lily and Una, my sister Fiona, my brother John, my brother Michael, their families. It means a lot for them to be here with me tonight. And I got to mention a few people who are no longer with us, but without whom I wouldn't be here. I'd start with my parents, my mother Mary Campbell, my father the original Vivian Campbell, and they were very, very supportive of me. They really believed in me. It wasn't easy trying to have the dream, telling everyone, you know, what do you want to do with your life? I want to be a guitar player in a rock band. Catch yourself on was a phrase I heard a lot. But my father, you know, with benefit of hindsight, maybe I didn't realize it so much at the time, but he was my biggest supporter. He believed in me when no one else did. So, big debt of thanks to him. When I was 15, I met Trevor Fleming, Big Trev, Flinky. Trevor had a Les Paul, I had a Les Paul. We were golden, right? We're going to form a band. Trev introduced me to the only living legend I've ever met in my life, Remy Haller. So we had our bass player singer with Remy. We played with a few drummers. We found Davey Bates. We formed a band called Sweet Savage. We wrote some songs. We rehearsed. We went on tour, and we were ready to conquer the world. We got as far as Kilkenny. But I'm pretty sure we conquered it. It was great. It was hard to get anyone to pay attention to a wee band from Ireland back then, but as the years went by, it was very obvious that Metallica were paying attention, so that was good. At least it was good for them. Anyway, unfortunately we lost Trev 7 years ago. He died way too young. So we all miss him. I know Remy does, I do, so does Davey. And Jimmy Bain, who gave me my big break. Jimmy called my father and woke him up at 2 o'clock in the morning. My father said there's a drunken Scotsman on the phone. And Jimmy was in a hotel room in London with Vinny Appice and Ronnie James Dio, and said, can you fly to London tomorrow? Ronnie's looking for a guitar player. I put your name forward. So I have an enormous debt of gratitude to Jimmy Bain. We lost Jimmy about a year and a half ago. He was a lovely human being. I miss him very much. And the aforementioned Ronnie James Dio, you know, Ronnie and I had our issues in life, but I assure you we have none in the afterlife. And I know that Ronnie would be very approving of what's going on with Last in Line and what's going on here tonight. So a shout out to Ronnie. I would also really quickly like to mention my heroes, the people who were legends to me when I was an aspiring teenage guitar player. Even before my teenage years, what really started it for me was Top of the Pops one Thursday night in the early 70s, Mark Bolan and T-Rex. I knew three things were going to happen. I was going to play guitar, I was going to grow my hair, and I was going to wear my sister's clothes. Now, fortunately, I don't fit into any of Fiona's clothes, even back then. But two of those things happened. I got a guitar, I learned how to play, I grew my hair, and then I moved on to Rory Gallagher's first album I had. First concert I saw at the Ulster Hall. I saw Rory there, as I'm sure many of you did, every December. I met him as a fan. He signed my ticket stub. He was a real gentleman. I had the pleasure to meet him again as a peer in Los Angeles in the late 80s and interview him for a guitar magazine, and I'm happy to say he was still a gentleman. Phil Langett, I've never met a more charismatic rock star in my life. On stage or off, Phil was, as you all know, just an incredible talent, and it was great to share the stage with Thin Lizzy so many times with Sweet Savage over the years. And finally, a fellow legend, recipient, fellow Belfast man to my ears who was the greatest guitar player ever, Gary fucking Moore. So that's it, enough of this shite. One last thing I say, this award to me is as much about you as it is about me. Look how far we've come. My 15-year-old self, I couldn't even find someone to teach me how to play guitar, and now we have this fabulous resource, the OES Centre, and these great people who work so hard to make this happen and to be a support system for aspiring artists in this country. We've come a long way, and long may our light continue to shine. Thank you.